Hi, welcome back. So today I'm going to make the Lego Friends Liann's room set. So I think this is one of the 2023 sets. So it's actually quite a long time ago. So it's Liann's room, but we also have Autumn included in this set. So let's see. So this is the guidebook and we have so many colorful stickers, 2 bags of Lego and like a yellow land. So this is Liann. Her t-shirt is all like sprayed with paint, but I love her like jeans. It looks totally adorable. It's really cute. So this is Liann and this is Liann's gecko and his name is Popcorn. So that is a very interesting name for a pet, but it's actually quite cute. So this is Autumn and there's like this earth with a little sprout on her t-shirt. So Autumn really likes the nature and she loves the earth. So Autumn has a telephone with her. So these are all the dolls in this set and now let's start building Liann's room and I'm totally excited. This is so awesome. So the reason why I decided to build this set is because I always put their like rooms inside their houses. So I know it's kind of weird the way I said it, but like for example, Paisley's house, and there's also a Paisley's room inside Paisley's house, and then there's also a Paisley's house set, and I'm gonna put the Paisley's house set inside the Paisley's room. So it's kind of like that, and the new Liann's family house is coming on 2026. So that's why I decided to build this set in a hurry. So we have a big sticker here and it looks very nice. There's a person who's like riding the skateboard and a photo of Liann, Autumn, and Leo, I think. And there's also a tablet over here and Liann's drawing like comic books. And we have a long shelf next to the tablet with all sorts of colorful paint. Yeah, so Liann's room, there are lots of paint, as you can see. The shelf is quite long, and there's this like paint like written, and it says Liann. Yeah, so it's at first I didn't know what it meant when I just saw the box, but it actually means Liann. And we also have a little table, quite low table on the window, like near the window, and this one I'm not so sure if it's supposed to be a table or like a chair because yeah, it's actually quite confusing. But anyway, we have tons of windows over here, 6 windows, and this place looks very modern and it's certainly very different from the room that's inside Liann's house. It's always like that, it's actually quite different. So actually the room set is better than the room that's inside the house set. But if you see the big house, the house set is of course much better because it's a big set. But if you just see the rooms, of course the room set, I think it's better. But Liann's room inside her house is very nice too because we have like axolotls and there's also a bed. But what's really nice is that the bed color in her family house like room, it's the same bed color as the bed in her room set. So anyway, we also have a very colorful skateboard with like a raccoon and a shoe drawn on it. And right now, Liann and Autumn, they're kind of like not a competition, but they're both trying to draw Popcorn. So this is the stand where Popcorn is going to stand like this, and Liann and Autumn, they're both going to try to paint him or her. So we have like easels like this, and there's this green paint attached to it, and let's wait, kind of like no, yeah, wait, like this, yeah, there you go. And so this is the painting of Liann. It's totally fantastic. I think the skateboard, she just used her imaginations, or maybe she didn't because there's also a skateboard in this house. So anyway, this one is blue paint and it looks a lot more wobbly, the paint, but it's actually cute, I think. Yeah, it's kind of wobbly, but it's cute. So there are 2 drawings and they're trying to both draw popcorn. So that was the cute drawing, and that's the highlight about this house, this room. There's also another special thing about this house, and you're soon going to discover that. So we have a carpet that says wow, and in the middle we have popcorn inside. That's so cute. There's spilled paint as well, so pink spilled paint, and we have a yellow cup. And this one is gonna be a bookshelf. So Liann has so many books. So this one's like a book about drawing, and I think she used it recently because there's pink paint all around it. And that I think is kind of like a radio, like a music machine or something like that. Like a machine that plays music. In this one, we have another sort of book, which I'm not sure what it is exactly, but I didn't know this, but Liann must really like reading stuff. So there's also another book over here, and she also really loves comic books, you know. I know that because she totally loves the comic, like in the animation, and they like the same comic book, Liann and Nova. So it's kind of weird that we plugged the bookshelf upside down like that, but the reason is because we have Liann's bed over here, and then if we turn it up like this, it's the bookshelf, and if we pull it down, it's a bed. Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea, isn't it? And by the window, so like near the window, we have a like donut and a cup. Remember, we also had another donut on the bookshelf, on the bookshelf that has paint, not the bookshelf that's underneath the bed right now. So we have a paint palette and some comic books this time. Yeah, that's more like Liann. So that like tank thing shape, it's for popcorn, and there's also water for popcorn, and this is Liann's chair, which is also painted all around with like pink paint. So now let's play with it, and Liann's drawing her comic book right now. How about like this? Raccoon and a apple core. Yeah, like this. Hi, Liann. Oh, Autumn, what brings you here? I came to play a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. And oh, you're wearing our friendship t-shirt we made last time. Yeah, I love it so much. So what are we gonna do today? Oh, well, I was gonna do my comic, but since you're here, how about we do some drawing? Yeah, that's a good idea. I think Popcorn wants to be drawn today, so how about we try to draw Popcorn? Yeah, that's a good idea. But you know, Liann, I'm not so very good at painting. Don't worry, Autumn. You just have to try your best. You're good at lots of other stuffs, aren't you? Yeah, that's true. So everyone has things that they're good at and some things that they're suffering to do. But it's just like you can just like try your best and have fun. Okay, I will. So now let's start drawing Popcorn. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, I love painting. Yeah, me too. Kind of like this. I'm gonna use a little bit of my imaginations, and there you go. Oh, but why do you have a skateboard? I said I was just gonna use my imaginations. But I thought we're not really supposed to use our imaginations. We're just supposed to draw what's there in front of our eyes. But there's a skateboard right next to us, so it's not really imaginations, is it? You need to work a little bit more on your lines, Autumn, because they look a little bit wobbly, but except for that, I think it's lovely. Now let's try to dry the paintings. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Do you like my drawing, Popcorn? I think he does, yeah. He can't really respond, but I think he does, yeah. So now what are we gonna do? I was working on my comics, so how about I continue to do a little bit more of my comics? Okay, if that's what you want. So what's it about, your story? It's about a raccoon and an apple core. Okay. So you must really like raccoons, Liann. Yeah, I do. You know, I love to draw raccoons. You know, I have that famous painting about the raccoon in the beach. Yeah, I love that drawing. Yeah, it's really cute. It's one of my favorite drawings. Yeah, that's why I said it's famous. Because it's famous to me and my friends and my family. Yeah, so it's very nice, you know, you drawing like comics, but I'm kind of bored right now. So how about we dance a little bit with music? Oh, that's not so bad. Let's try to dance with my new song, like music machine. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's dance. Well, that was a lot of exercise. Yeah, I know. Oh, I keep falling down. Oh, ouch. So, oh, it's relaxing. But I don't want to sleep like this, Leah. We need to do something. Oh, your bed is kind of like a table tennis. But you can't play table tennis in here. It's too soft. Oh, yeah, you're right. Anyway, what are we gonna do? We don't always have to do something, Autumn. We can just like relax and do nothing. I don't like doing nothing. Well, then how about we sit over here and enjoy the outside view and get some inspiration for drawing? I don't really do a lot of drawing, so I don't really need a lot of inspiration. Everyone needs inspiration to think of good ideas, so how about we paint my skateboard? But your skateboard looks perfectly clean and neat. But you know, I love painting, so I like all my stuffs to be perfectly clear. So I'm thinking maybe I should change the color of my skateboard, but the pink paint is already spilled, so let's just use it the same color. Okay, if you say so. So we also need some blue paint because we need to paint my shoe and my raccoon back. Okay, so the pink part is much wider, so it'll be easier for you. So Autumn, you can paint the pink places and I'll paint the blue spots. Okay, dokie. So what are we gonna do after we finish painting your skateboard? How about we think about that after we finish painting my skateboard? Okay. Now I want to play with popcorn. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's try to feed popcorn. Okie dokie. So what does popcorn eat? He mostly eats like this green grassy stuff and this water next to his tank. It doesn't really look like water, Leah. It looks more like honey. But yeah, it's supposed to be water. I know, I agree, kind of looks like honey, but it's actually water. So how about we read my comic book now? Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm so happy that we have something to do. Yeah, so yeah. Oh, it looks very nice. Yeah, it's a very nice comic. It's one of my favorite comics. Yeah. Oh, your bed is super cozy, Liann. Yeah, I agree. I know it's super cozy. What are we gonna do after we finish reading your comic? Let's think about that after we finish reading my comic book. So we finished reading your comic book. What are we gonna do now? But you know, Autumn, it's kind of late. I think you should be on your way now. Your mother would be probably wondering like, oh, where is Autumn? But I already told her where I'm going. But you can go now with your painting because I think I should sleep soon. Yeah, you're right. See you next time. Now let me do a little bit more of my comic and then sleep. Wait, how about I draw my apple core kind of like this? And oh, hello Autumn. Ha ha ha. I thought you'll be on your way now. Yeah, I'm gonna go soon. Bye, Liann. Bye, Autumn. Come like this, more like this. There you go. Oh, Autumn, you forgot your cell phone. Oh, thanks, Liann. Now time for me to go to sleep. Oh, I'm so sleepy. But before that, I think I should repaint my carpet because the colors are starting to fade a little bit. There you go. The wow carpet is now perfect. And now time for me to sleep. So now I'll show you around her room with a little bit of music. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.